Hi, my name is Sophie Mills and I'm an independent consultant and an area manager with Arbonne International. That's just simply one of the names within the 4 levels that you can achieve within Arbonne. Thank you very much for jumping on to have a listen. You've been asked to have a listen to this presentation because somebody feels that it may be something that could be of interest to you. A year ago, almost the day, I was shown this presentation and it was absolutely the last thing that I was looking for. To be fair, I didn't think that I was someone that was particularly passionate about skincare, makeup, and I certainly had my ideas around what I thought this business was. But what I would say is listen with an open mind, because whilst it was absolutely the last thing I was looking for, over this last year, my life and the future I have for me and my family has changed dramatically because of Arbonne. I run this business one-on-one. It can be run however you like, in groups, in evenings, daytime. We have men, women, teachers, CEOs, nurses, at-home mums, all sorts of people in our team, young, older, you name it. And that's a great thing with Arbonne, is it can be anything to anyone that you want it to be. The things that I love about it, the flexibility and the income potential. When I was shown this presentation and the income that was being earned by the person that showed me this presentation, I suddenly realized that if I could just work 5 or 10 hours into my week, that the opportunities for me were tremendous. I'm a mum of 3 boys. They are 12, 3 and 6 months, and I worked full time. I've worked full time right through raising my 12-year-old and my 3-year-old to date. And I was showing this Arbonne presentation when I was 3 months pregnant with my youngest, Quinlan. Now, I'm a general manager of a software company now, but I've been a personal trainer for many years, so I understood the time for money concept. I've also run my own businesses, invested a lot of money and lost a lot of money running businesses. So I knew that for me, if I was going to be looking at something else, and last year when I was pregnant with my 3rd, I was looking for something else. I was tired of working long hours, chasing somebody else's dream, and knowing that my earning potential was limited to what the person I was working for determined it could be. And so whilst life wasn't difficult for us, we were certainly treading water. And my husband and I were looking at other opportunities, and the idea of running a business again, whilst the idea was great, we knew that we needed to put a lot of money into the business. At the time, the stress and everything that was required was actually going to be more trouble than actually what we were doing currently. So like probably many of you listening to this today, we decided that we'd actually just stay with what we were doing. We'd relook at it in 5 years' time and continue to tread water. And it was when I was shown this presentation a year ago that it suddenly ticked the boxes of all the things I was looking for in an ideal job, but that I couldn't find anywhere else. I could start to build it up whilst I was still working in my full-time job, so that my bills and my mortgage repayments and rent payments could still be paid. It allowed me to spend time with my family and not take away from time with my family. And I didn't need to know a lot of people either. So what I'll do is I'll take you through the presentation now that I was shown. If you have any questions, write them down, and then please take them back to the independent consultant that asked you to watch the video this evening. Like I said, listen with an open mind, because you may be pleasantly surprised. So Arbonne are a 37-year-old company. They were founded by Peter Mork in Switzerland back in 1975, and his goal at the time was to create the world's first anti-aging range. And he did that with his family. He created a botanically based health, wellness and beauty company, and he moved the family to the United States. And that's where they've grown, and we've grown and developed ever since as a direct selling and network marketing company. Arbonne have developed over that time, continually following the philosophy of pure, safe and beneficial. We use cutting edge products, research and development, and all of our products are still grounded under the pure, safe and beneficial philosophy. We are a ground floor company globally. We're only in 7 countries company, and that was something that really appealed to me, particularly in New Zealand. We're in the States, Canada, the UK, Australia, Poland, New Zealand, Taiwan, and we'll be launching into Germany in 2018. So the opportunities to be able to have a global business from my sitting room are something that had never really occurred to me previously. We have an amazing compensation plan, which I will touch on shortly. And we have a fantastic, experienced home office team. Our chief formulator is winning awards globally for the formulations of his products. Our RE9 flagship range, that was the first anti-aging range of its kind, was reformulated and relaunched in April this year. Even though it was already an amazing product, because there were newer advances in technology and stem cell developments within the products, we've been able to reformulate that. Our CEO, Kay Napier, is globally revered. She is the reason that when you go into McDonald's now, you can purchase your healthy choice meals and apple slices, because she was brought out of retirement by McDonald's after the Super Size Me movie to turn their profits around. And one of her ideas or the concepts was the healthy choice meals options. We have state-of-the-art distribution centres and client support. So you don't need to run this business with products in your lounge. It is an online business. Everything is provided for you. Your marketing, your branding, your support. We have distribution centres and call centres in every country. And we're also a member of the direct selling organisation globally. Now that's really important, because there are many direct selling and network marketing companies that choose not to be members of that. It is essentially the organisation that ensures that we follow the strict guidelines of the direct selling organisation. So that's a key thing to consider if you are looking at other opportunities as well. As I mentioned before, Arbonne are a direct selling and network marketing company, and essentially what that is word of mouth marketing or social marketing. Facebook now, if you're looking to want to find a recommendation for a hairdresser or a plumber, you simply go on to social media and you can ask for recommendations and people can respond to you. Now, people will only respond to you if they have a good recommendation. They're not going to respond with a hairdresser or a plumber if they weren't any good. And that's essentially how the Arbonne business works. So if you compare it to traditional retail and social and skincare, for example, if you're going to purchase a skincare product, when you go into the supermarket, the department store, the chemist, and you purchase that product, you're buying a product that has been touched by a variety of people before it arrives in your hands. So the manufacturer that made it, the wholesaler, the warehousing, the sales force, the celebrity endorsements to say that the product is great, the retailer, and then you purchase it, and you're often purchasing it based on the celebrity endorsements or the marketing rather than being told it's a great product. And the product that you're purchasing is having to pay all those people along the way. In comparison with Arbonne, when I purchase my products from Arbonne, I buy them directly from Arbonne. They come to my door. And if I'm recommending those products to somebody else and they purchase them as well, they buy them directly from Arbonne and it comes to their door as well. And the money that is saved from all of those warehouse Salesforce retail people goes directly back into continually improving and developing the Arbonne products and rewarding the consultants for referring those products very well. So the millions of dollars that goes into celebrity endorsements is in fact going into the independent consultants through Arbonne instead. And in fact, last financial year, Arbonne paid out $47 million alone in independent consultant commissions, instead of paying celebrity endorsements for recommending their products. Plus, on top of that, were other amazing bonuses that they pay out, which I'll talk about shortly. So word of mouth marketing is something that we are doing every single day. And whilst I don't know a lot of people, I'm able to talk to somebody about the baby range for my child, or when I'm at the daycare, I can talk to somebody about an nappy cream for a child. That's my business working, but whilst I'm also being present with my friends and family and working around my schedule. I'm my own boss, and I'm able to earn a little bit of income or a lot of income running it around in the nooks and crannies of my day. And that's what's so great. I'm able to run my business sitting on a beach. When I was in Las Vegas in April, I could run my business from my smartphone. And I'm able to leverage my social networks without needing to know a lot of people. And that's why social marketing or network marketing is the fastest growing industry. It is booming, and it's for these reasons and many other reasons as well. It's something that we are all doing every day, and we're all talking and using word of mouth referrals constantly every single day. We no longer use Google or Yellow Pages. So the Arbonne products, as I mentioned before, all of our products are plant-based formulations. They're combining the best of science, nature, and technology, such as the RE9 that was recently reformulated. All of our products are built on Swiss heritage to European standards. So Swiss guidelines say prohibit around about 1,400 ingredients from their products, and we follow those standards. We source the highest quality ingredients from around the globe. So when our RE9 was reformulated recently, we sourced the highest quality orange stem cells to be able to go into that product. All of our products are clinically tested, so you don't need to take our word for it. The results are there to show that our RE9 can deliver results within 2 or 3 days. All of our products are vegan certified, gluten-free and kosher certified, and have never ever been tested on animals. And these are things that are hugely in demand now globally, but for Arbonne, these have been these things since day one for 37 years, not just because they're the latest craze. And more people are demanding these things. But the thing that really stood out for me and stands out Arbonne out now is not so much what's in our products, but what's not in our products. A few years ago, if you went into a supermarket and looked for natural or vegan-friendly products, there'd be a couple of rows on a shelf, whereas you can now go into a supermarket and whole aisles are dedicated to gluten-free, natural, pure, safe products. And again, Arbonne have been these things since day one. So all of our products are developed diligently with the latest science, and we consult with our scientific advisory board so that we're continually creating cleaner and more effective products. As new ingredients are found to be better than the ones we're using, our products are reformulated. We rigorously test all of our products so that we can ensure that when our products are going out, that they are updated with the latest chemical-free products, to make sure that we're mindful and cautious of what is happening. For example, parabens has been most recently in the media with cancer-causing agents. So as soon as those pieces of information are available, we'll reformulate. And obviously all of our products are beneficial. So whilst they're pure and they're safe, we're trailblazers, and we're empowering people to make better choices about their beauty, health and wellness by delivering beneficial results as well. All of our products are formulated without animal byproducts and artificial colours, flavours and sweeteners, formaldehyde-donating preservatives, mineral oils, parabens, sodium lauryl sulfate, which is a foaming agent that can be found in your shampoos and your bath gels, without parabens, which are synthetic preservatives that are found in your shampoos and conditioners to ensure that they have a longer shelf life, and mineral oil, which is the byproduct from the distillation of petrol that cosmetic houses use to bulk fill their moisturizers and their soaps, so that when you purchase an inexpensive bath gel from the supermarket or the chemist, it actually only has a very small percentage of active ingredient in it. The rest of it is petrol byproduct, which we're lathering all over our skin. So Arbonne formulate without all of these things, and the demand for these things is only growing and growing. The thing that stood out for me, and if for anyone that is looking for a business opportunity, whilst marketplace demand and business demand is important, consumer demand is incredibly important. Having been a personal trainer for many years, personal training came into its own several years ago, where people were wanting to use a personal trainer. It was no longer perceived to be the expensive thing that people who had the money could spend. The other side of it, though, is whilst it's more readily affordable, is that it's the first thing that would go if people are unemployed or don't have money. However, with Arbonne products, these are things that you and I are using every single day, irrespective of our financial income, whether we're in a job, out of a job, whether we have an income. We need to wash our hair, clean our teeth, put on some deodorant. So Arbonne have over 1,400 products within their range, from our skincare range, so our flagship RE9 anti-aging range, men's range, teenage range, specialty ranges, the amazing nutrition products that launched into New Zealand in December last year, and one of our top sellers because they're all vegan, gluten-free, dairy-free, soy-free. Our personal care range, so our shampoos, conditioners, hand soaps. We use hand soaps every single day. The baby care range, our spa experiences, and our makeups, which are professional grade treatment based makeups. Now, I didn't use a great deal of makeup previous to Arbonne. I've certainly learned to use a few, but the products that I chose to use often used to sting my eyes, which is why I tended to stay away from them. Whereas with Arbonne, I'm able to use all of their products with my sensitive skin. So these are things, as I mentioned, that you and I are using every single day. And in fact, if you were just to go through your cupboards and have a look at what you're using, you'll find that there'll be things in your cupboards in your home currently that are on this list that you're purchasing from your supermarket, your chemist, department store, week after week, month after month. And all I've simply done is I no longer purchase those things from traditional retailers. I purchase them online from my own Arbonne store at a discount. They arrive to my door within a couple of days. And when I refer other people to try the products and use them, and they go online and purchase them from their own online store, I receive a commission from that as well as a thank you check. And then if I've helped people to run their business, they can also run their business like myself and simply change their purchasing habits, and they then can have a business as well. So it's a really simple model that we're all using every day. So from a business perspective, I realized that this is a recession-proof business for me. So why Arbonne? Why now? As I mentioned before, social marketing is booming. People want more time. They want to work less. They want to spend more time with their family. And it doesn't matter whether you're a baby boomer, a Gen Y, a Gen X, a millennial, or a Gen Z. Everybody can get something and can experience Arbonne, and there's something for everyone there. The baby boomers, and many people are finding out that they can't retire, or their opportunities to retire are a lot harder. This is an opportunity. We have somebody who within my team is with Arbonne because it's their retirement plan. Gen Ys, they're wanting to have more income. They're huge online shoppers. Gen Xs, they want more money. They want to be more green. They're more mindful of what they're purchasing. Or the millennials that don't want to work. They want to be entrepreneurs, but they don't want to invest their money in running a business. Arbonne allows you to be an entrepreneur without the high cost of starting a business. When I started my Arbonne business, I spent the equivalent of a cost of a laptop. And there were minimal risks. If for any reason it didn't work, I have products that I'm continuing to use. But the dropout rate within Arbonne of independent consultants or people sending back products because they're not happy is less than 1%. The ability for Arbonne allows people to build a global internet business no matter where you're based and where you are, and I'll touch on that shortly. And to be able to leverage and cultivate your social media. So like I said, I didn't feel I knew many people, but I was certainly talking to people through social media, and I'm able to reach out and talk to people, and I've grown my business through Facebook. More and more people are committed to an evergreen focus of products and their environment, and Arbonne ticks that box and has been there since day one. And obviously, because we adhere to pure, safe and beneficial philosophies of Arbonne, we're only growing on that daily, and all the infrastructure is there for you to run your own business. Marketing, branding, accounting, all of your shopping, you no need to carry any inventory. Everything is done for me, and I certainly didn't have time for a hobby, let alone running another business. Yet I've been able to find 5 to 10 hours in my week in the pockets of my time to run my Arbonne business from my phone and my laptop, and to have a conversation exactly like I am now. So social marketing and Arbonne really is the model of the 21st century. It's allowing you to increase your brand and your loyalty through talking to people through Facebook, through social media, Instagram, Twitter, whatever your social media choices are, and to build relationships. The most important thing also is that through social media now, people are only sharing products that really are great. If it's not a fantastic product that delivers the results you want, you're not going to talk about it on social media. And that's what allows Arbonne to stand apart as well, is that when people are sharing it, you know that it's a good product as well. So to give you a bit of an idea of how I run my business, if nothing else, this screen really sums it all up. All I've done, and it's this simple, is I've stopped purchasing the products I was purchasing before, my consumable products, from my retail stores, chemists, supermarkets, department stores. And I've started buying all of those consumable products from Arbonne. I buy them online from my own online shop. They come direct to my door within a couple of days. I get a great discount from those products. And then I share with other people how great those products are, and they can either choose to purchase them online as a preferred client or a client, or they can copy me and they can choose to run a business and refer those products to their friends and family as well. That's as simple as it is. And the way that I tend to do that business for me is that I meet people one-on-one for a coffee, a wine, chatting to them at my child's school or daycare centre. Others in my team choose to run the business through group presentations. We run it through Zoom like this, or through hosting events as well. It doesn't matter how you choose to do that. The way I choose to is one-on-one, and what I would tend to do is meet a friend for a cup of coffee. I would take them through the presentation like I'm showing you now, explain the business, the products, and then at the end of that, I'd obviously want them to have a product experience. So I would leave them with our flagship RE9 range, as I mentioned to you before, that you can see on the screen now. The reason I do that is I know that it delivers results within 2 or 3 days. So they are going to get a really amazing product experience within a few days. I'd then meet them a couple of days later and find out what they loved about the products, what they loved about the business, and whether they would like to become a preferred client. And then I can set them up and show them how to get fantastic discounts and rewards as a preferred client. Or they may choose that they would like to support me by hosting an event and referring people through to me. Alternatively, they may decide that they love the business and the product and they would like to become an independent consultant like myself. And then I show them how they can become an independent consultant, get them some business tools and some product to share for themselves and to try and take them through the business. So they are not by themselves. They are in business for themselves, but they're certainly never by themselves. When I first started this business, I had no idea how to share the business or the products, and certainly wasn't able to sit and go through a presentation like this. But my upline were able to do the presentations for me and support me. And so as I've built my team, I have people around me to help me grow my business. And when I started, all I did was I simply shared what I was doing with a handful of friends, showed them the product, showed them the business, and then they chose to either become clients of mine and start to use a product, or wanted to join my team and become an independent consultant like myself. And then I've shown those consultants how they can then also share the business and the products with their friends and family and the people that they know. And that's how the network has grown. So you certainly don't need to know a lot of people, just 1 or 2 people who then talk to a few people who talk to a few people. So as my network and my business grows and the consumers within my team grow, I don't know all of those consumers, but my business is growing through the product that goes through my business and the teams that are growing their teams as well. And that's what I love, is that it's a team of people together, above you, below you, beside you. Just to give you a little bit of an idea of the earning potential with Arbonne. So these are Australian dollars currently, because in New Zealand we don't have the figures. And there are 4 levels within Arbonne. The thing that is really important to stress is this is an effort-based business. It is not a recruitment-based business. So your business grows through the product that is going through your business. And the different levels are reflective of the people and the teams with products going through your business. District manager is the first level within Arbonne. Now these are averages across Arbonne Australia. Within our team, these averages are slightly less, but it just gives you a bit of an idea of what is possible. Average monthly income as a district manager is around about $300. Now that's great, because what it means is your consumable spend, all of the products you were previously buying at the supermarkets and in your groceries each month, are now free. For some people it may be that it's a credit card bill, a car payment going towards the mortgage. And within our team, as I mentioned before, the average time to get to district manager, we tend to try and get our teams to district manager within a couple of months. Average time to get there is 5 months. Area manager is the second level within the business, which is where I sit currently, and this is where your business is willable. So as I'm starting to grow my team and to grow my consumer base, if anything were to happen to me, touch wood, it didn't, but if it did, that consumer market and the income that I'm generating will go to my family. Now, there's no traditional job that I know where that would happen. Even running my own business, if I'm not in that business running it, suddenly it becomes a lot harder to support my family as well. Average time to get to area manager is 14 months. Within our team, it's generally between 6 and 9 months. And the average income here is $1,600. My highest area manager has been double that. So it just gives you an idea of what is possible, and certainly a lot more than that as well. Now, at this level here, that's a part-time wage for many people as well. Next level is regional vice president. When I saw this presentation and I looked at what this earning potential was, and I realized suddenly what was possible within this business, I realized that at the regional vice president and national vice president's level, the sort of income that people in my team at that level, and we currently have, I think it's 7 or 8 regional vice presidents within our team, and the same with national vice presidents. I realized that there is no full-time job that I can do that would earn me anywhere between $7,000 and $18,000 per month working even full-time, let alone working 5 or 10 hours a week. So I knew that this was an opportunity that I certainly couldn't pass up. Arbonne also have various bonuses and incentives that they run through the business on top of these earning potentials, as I mentioned before. At regional vice president and national vice president level, Arbonne have had a relationship with Mercedes-Benz since day one. So when you're running a business, one of the things that you're going to be using is your vehicle. For anyone that has a vehicle under a lease plan currently or has their own business, that's a vehicle expense. Now, Arbonne will pay your vehicle expenses at regional and vice president's level and national vice president's level at around about $1,100, $1,300. That's Australian, so it's slightly different in New Zealand, per month towards the cost of your vehicles. And there are numerous rewards, incentive trips. Thailand. I've just come back from a conference in Las Vegas. I'm off to the Gold Coast in September. You know, the opportunities within Arbonne and the compensation is so incredibly generous. The other thing that's very important to remember if you're looking at this from an income perspective is it is a flatline business. So what I mean by that is when you come into the business, you can accelerate over the person that introduced you to the business. So, for example, when I came into the business with my sponsor, we both went to district manager within our first month. She got there in the first day. I got there in 14 days. But then I have gone over her into area manager ahead of her. So what that means is because it's an effort-based business, there is no ceiling or limit to how quickly you move through the business and to what level you can move above the person that introduced you to the business. And for me, that really was the final tick box that this was an opportunity that I couldn't pass up. As I mentioned before, Arbonne are a global business. We're currently in 7 countries, soon to be 8. Now, whilst you may not know somebody in some of the countries that we're currently in, somebody within your team may know someone. So you can start to build a global business in any of the countries that we're currently in. Now, where Kay, our CEO, is currently spearheading a globalization plan that will see us into another 55 countries over the next 10 years. So the opportunities, like I mentioned before, to be ground floor in this global opportunity are really, really exciting. The future expansion into these new markets is something that for me was really appealing. And whilst I'm sleeping, I have a team in the States and in New Zealand that, in the UK, that are online ordering their products through my business while I sleep, and I wake up and my business has grown. And that's what's so exciting. So where do you see yourself from here? If anything whatsoever has resonated with you, please ask your questions, go back to your independent consultant, but you can support the person that showed you the Arbonne opportunity by hosting an event for them, by referring friends to them, and you can earn up to 80% off products through doing that. Alternatively, after you've tried the product, you may love it and decide that you'd like to be a preferred client. You can benefit from having your personal online shop that you can go and use 24/7. You can enjoy 20 to 40% off the recommended retail price of our products. There's preferred client rewards. You can earn bonuses towards next products, and you only need to pay $31 to be able to join as a preferred client. Alternatively, if there's anything that resonates with you whatsoever, you will decide that you want to be an independent consultant. And the great thing with that is that you can start your business for as little as $121 and enjoy 35 to 50% off the recommended retail price of everything. There's the amazing compensation plan that I touched on before, the opportunity to earn the Mercedes-Benz bonus, the cash bonus at the regional vice president's level, the amazing product sales, sponsoring, training. You are not by yourself. You have that support with you, and the personal growth and development. Now in New Zealand currently, I think there are only about 8 or 9 area managers and a couple of regional vice presidents. So the opportunity for you to be able to be one of those people and to be earning those sort of amounts and to have those opportunities is phenomenal. It's really up to you to decide that you want to do it. So thank you very much for jumping on and having a listen to this presentation. Like I said, if anything resonates with you whatsoever, please go back to your consultant and have a chat to them. Just in finishing, please have a think. If you're like me, when I saw this presentation last year, if you keep doing what you're doing now, where will you be 5 years from now? Now, a year ago, if I'd continued doing what I was doing, my life wasn't going to look any different. If anything, I was going to be further in debt. I was going to be spending less time with my kids, working harder for the same or less money. where instead, rather than thinking, what if it didn't work, I thought, what if this did? What if I could be doing what these people are doing? And some of the national vice presidents in our team are police, they're nurses, they're teachers. They're no different to you or I. So just have a think about what if this did work rather than what if it didn't. And know that the choices are yours. So thank you so much for having a listen. I look forward to seeing you again very soon as part of our Arbonne team. Thank you very much.